I think it was a very important election issue, and let's just take stock, Jeff and Steve, because the markets are closed today and tomorrow. They will reopen on Monday, so watch those infrastructure stocks. They could get something of a hammering, because you're quite right. Mahathir did say that a lot of these infrastructure projects that are funded by Chinese capital may very well be reviewed. The other very important headline for the markets is that Mahathir said that GST, which was implemented under the Najib administration, is now going to be cancelled. So there's some real issues that come up there with regards to fiscal slippage. And Moody's have already gone on record saying that if any of those measures are implemented without any offsetting revenue generation themes associated with them, then that is going to be credit negative. Let's get back to the here and now and the short-term risks, because I think there are some issues associated with the transition. Prime Minister Najib, defeated Prime Minister Najib, has not really given a full-blooded concession to the opposition and their victory in this election. It's been rather merely mouthed, is what some commentators are saying. And let me just play some sound just so that you can make up your own mind. This is what the defeated Prime Minister had to say.
I accept, and my friends also accept, the verdict that has been delivered by the people. Barisan Nasional is committed to respecting the principles of a democratic parliament. And because no party has gotten a simple majority, therefore the king will be making a decision as to who will be the next prime minister.
So the sense that many commentators are getting from the tone that the defeated Prime Minister is taking is that he is not fully conceding this election. And let me just remind you what he said there. He said that no single party won a simple majority in this election. And he also said that the buck is going to lie. The final decision will be made with the Agong, as they say here in Malaysia, in the Malay language. That is the king, and he will decide who is going to be appointed as the next Prime Minister. So there is a sense here, there's a niggling sense that there could be some issues when it comes to transition. The king, if he does choose to rule in favour of the incumbent, Najib, does risk a huge backlash, because the vast majority of Malaysians here do feel that the vote was conclusive. So herein lies the risk. There is a transition issue here, but Mahathir, the opposition leader, has been very, very clear. He just wrapped up a press conference earlier on today. He was very direct, he was very witty characteristically, and he said, look, he laid his cards on the table. He said he was very firm about this. He said, look, we need to form a new government now. And what they have, in a rebuttal to what Prime Minister Najib has said, defeated Prime Minister Najib has said, is that they have 135 MPs in Parliament, including from the opposition coalition and including from the Warisan Party, who have signed a document saying that they support incoming Prime Minister Mahathir as the new leader, and that is going to go towards the king. So from the opposition's point of view, from the opposition coalition's point of view, and the newly elected government's point of view, they feel that they have a very, very strong mandate. Let me just get back to the economics and the markets. As I said, you're not going to get a reflection on how markets, local and international investors feel about this until Monday. That's when the KLCI reopens. The sense I'm getting is that you are going to see some short-term volatility. You're already seeing this in the non-deliverable forwards in the ringgit. You're already seeing this in the ETFs, in the Malaysian ETFs, which were down quite heavily in US trading on the back of the election result. So there is a sense we're going to see some short-term volatility, because there's a lot of uncertainty associated with the economic platform of this newly elected government and what that involves. And already we have Mr. Mahathir saying that he is not just going to roll back GST, but he's going to cancel it. And then there are issues related to Chinese investment and the future, and there may very well be a reimposition of subsidies. Yes, the economy is moving in their favour, and we are seeing growth in excess of 5%. Yes, oil prices are higher, but I think the ratings agencies and investors largely are very concerned with this issue of fiscal slippage potentially.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.